No! Bro, what the? It's so fucking outdated. Who that? Who that? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gon' beat this? Bro, what is this, man? What is this?
My girlfriend called me a pedophile, and I said, that's a big word for a 5-year-old.
Press start to play.
I can't take these streams seriously. Okay, I can't. I just can't take them seriously. I can't. All right. Can't take them seriously. Hey everybody. Hey home folks. How's it going, everybody? It's time. It's Friday night. You know what that means. It's Friday night. On Friday nights, you know what we do on Friday nights. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know how things are. Y'all know the things that I do for content, and my channel slowly going down the numbers and views. That's not even a joke, by the way. I noticed the recent videos, but that doesn't matter because this channel is small. That's pure relevancy. That's normal. I don't care. The title of this stream is not a joke, by the way. I'm gonna explain it in a few. But first and foremost, hey home folks, it's me, Little Pizza Boy 64, and just for the record, I need to let y'all know I really have been feeling a lot better. Holy crap! This week was not fun in the world of college. Honestly, it was not fun in the world of college. Like really, it was not. Like grades coming in, feeling disappointed. It's kind of sort of midterm. A couple of other things. College is just making it not fun. Okay, that's it. It's just not getting fun. But look, I'm ignoring that for right now because I got my YouTube friends right here. You know, the people who watch this content on the regular, which I always appreciate these guys. I'll always do. And you know, on a side note, the funny thing that has happened is the fact that I've been talking to these guys a lot more this week. Honestly, I've been talking to these guys a lot more this week, and honestly, that really didn't help out the week. Like it really did because of how. I don't know. It's just been pretty down recently, especially yesterday and today. Like it has just been super not that fun. Honestly, it has not been that fun at all for just about everything. Honestly, it wasn't fun. That's all I'm saying. It just wasn't fun. It was just a pain in the ass. Honestly, but I'm always happy when a Friday happens. That means I only have 2 classes. Once I leave that class, the final class that I have that day, I just leave, and I just feel so happy leaving because I know it's time to do this. Get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow, the first Saturday of October, new SMG4 reaction tomorrow, and new Addict to One Trying to Live challenge tomorrow as well. So we gotta get that ready for tomorrow. I mean, look, here's the thing, guys. Tomorrow, here in New Orleans, they have fried chicken, the fried chicken festival. I was thinking about going, but last minute I'm not going to that. So yeah, I was originally gonna tell everybody like I was gonna delay the SMG4 reaction for that day, but last minute changed plans. I didn't feel like going anymore, and so yeah. But other than that, I mean, it was alright. You know, like I said, you know, this week was okay. You know, it wasn't so bad. You know, we doing things. You know, we try to be nice. We try to do things. You know, we try to mix it up a bit with life. You know, yeah. There's new try to up tomorrow. Martha, let it be known. Check the channel. Check for Jamel. Yeah, exactly. So yeah. Anyways, man, every single time I don't think about what to do for streams. I just jump in and just hope that something happens. But I do have a story to tell y'all. This happened today. Okay, this happened today. All right. Some of you guys already know the context. Okay, about what I'm about to say. The title of the stream says it itself. It's not a joke. It actually did happen. Okay. Streaming now. Hold on. What was the title? I just. Title. Streaming now that my YouTube friends saw me eat a pizza. That's not a joke, by the way. That actually did happen. Okay, it did happen. Haha, we can get the laughs in right now. You know, it was a funny thing. But at the same time, it wasn't really. I don't know. I don't think it was really an observant thing. It was just more so just a thing that we pointed out towards the side. Because here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. Like I say, I now talk to these guys. I now had chances to talk to these guys, my YouTube friends. Some people like to. Sometimes I would say my YouTube associates. Sometimes I would say my YouTube friends. It will be a mix of both. And I may always say this to my aunt. I just call them my YouTube associates. My aunt keeps on thinking that it's just my friends from high school. I don't know these guys personally. These are legit my YouTube friends. All right. So, and that's what makes it fun. Honestly, I will always like that fact. I have YouTube friends. I love that fact. The point is though, literally, okay, look, I was going to university today. I know, unfortunately. And the interesting thing was, as I was leaving the bus. Okay, I was going downtown. I go on my phone. I check Discord real quick because I check Discord every once in a while now. By the way, think about that. Literally, like not that long ago, I didn't care about Discord, and now I have to check Discord on a regular. Like think about that. I now check Discord on a regular basis. Why? Because half of the time, I see the most stupidest stuff imaginable. All at the expenses of some people. Just pure honesty. Just pure honesty. Both good and bad. So, yeah. But, excuse me. The point was, I checked Discord. They got... I checked. They had y'all were in the middle of a voice call that day. Today. And I was like, ain't no way. This has to be fake because because I was like, it's way too early. They never do it this early. Okay, keep in mind, this is like around 10:50, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Think about that. Most of the time, these guys, they get on voice calls by the time that I go to sleep. All right? So, I do get chances to talk to them. I don't talk to them all the time. Okay, but I just get the time to talk to them. So, but the point was, they were on a call. I was like, should I get on the call? I mean, I'm in public. I'm downtown New Orleans. Fuck it. And then I get on the call, right? And then that's when it hit me. We're really figuring out what Blue Jay's next weakness is going to be, okay? We're not going to reveal too much. I don't want to say that much because he hasn't made the announcement yet, but there's been stuff going on in the background, but we're trying to find something else for because of things. Okay, I don't want to go too into detail of it because I'm not supposed to be one that announces that, but I don't know. But anyways, look, that's besides the point. We found some very interesting examples. That's not gonna be a lie. We found some interesting content. All right, for because again, it's important. It's both classified information, but also information that I don't know I should be sharing because I really don't know the true landscape of it all. So we're trying to keep it hush hush, but. I just want y'all to know I'm semi in the situation. Yeah, exactly. All right. So I'm trying not to reveal anything, okay? But but just let it be known. We're trying to find some stuff, okay? We're just testing the waters on some other things, all right? We found some very interesting topics, but again, we'll get to that when that's officially announced. All right. I'm not gonna be the one that announces it because that's just not cool. But the point was, we were they were laughing their asses off, and I found it funny. But keep in mind, I'm in public. I'm obviously on the phone, right? And the thing is, I go. The New Orleans culture is that you go on the streetcar to go to my university. You have to go on the streetcar. So I get on the streetcar. I sit down, and meanwhile, these guys are just laughing their asses off again. And I tend to laugh too because most of the stuff that we do on these voice calls, they're just. It's so stupid, but it's funny at the same time, and it's all at the expense of Blue Jay. Honestly, yeah, it's all the expenses of Blue Jay. I'm not wrong. But I get in the streetcar, and I was literally telling these guys, I was literally telling them, like, hey, I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna go get a pizza from a local place. Okay, so keep in mind the people who are in this call. At the time, it was me, Blue Jay, PM, Zach, and a few other people on the call as well. All right. And I told them I'm going to a local pizza place, and because I say this because not because of the coincidence of the username, more so just like I actually did want to go to a pizza place that day because on Fridays I like going to get pizza. I like having pizza on my Fridays, like pizza Fridays, you know. So I'm sorry, I just saw chat. But the point was, you know, that's my tradition. Having a pizza on a Friday because that's what's up. I always have pizza on Friday. I don't know why, but pizzas on Fridays they feel right. Am I right? They feel right. All right. So the point was, I told these guys I'm going to get a pizza, and then I get off the streetcar, and then I go to a local pizza place. It was called U Pizza. It's called U Pizza, and I'm gonna keep it. But look, I walked into that place. I walked into that place, right, and I feel like an important thing to note is that there was nobody there at all, just the employees. But the doors were open, and I was the only person that walked in. So right out the gate, probably a bad thing. But I didn't think about it much, and right out the gate, kind of a bad thing, right? So I get into the pizza place, right, and by this point, you know, I asked them like you know you guys like you know you had pizzas, right? And then I ordered a pizza, right? And I'm waiting, and like I said, these guys are still talking, and not like a good chunk of time. Well, I'm trying to be quiet because I am in a public place, but I just can't contain me. I'm smiling a lot in the middle of that call while trying not to talk too much because I did talk at some point, and the employees were looking at me weird. I'm not joking, by the way. This literally happened. I explained I was on a call, right? And these guys were literally chuckling so badly and laughing, like you know, and like that's the charm of being in a voice call with these guys. Like that's the charm of it. Zach's here. Sorry I'm late. I'm at that bit. He did say about that, you know. So no, you're not late. You know, I just started like what 14 minutes ago. We're good. But then I get the pizza, and you know that's classic me. I'm rubbing it. I'm showing on camera that I had the pizza. It was really good pizza. Honestly, took one bite of that thing. The cheese pull. The cheese pull was the most insane thing, right? And okay. Since Zach said it, we could talk about that. Okay, we're gonna talk about that later. Okay. Okay. We're gonna talk about it. Okay, but there you go, chat. There you go. That was reveal. Okay, that's one of the things we were laughing about. Okay, like I said, at the expense of Blue Jay. But anyways, that's what happened. Okay, I have character witnesses right here. All right, I have character's witness. I saw it myself. Zach said it. And okay. But that pizza was insane. It was insane. It was good pizza. And then like that pizza, the pizza was good, man. It was great pizza. It was some banging pizza, right? And oh god, by that point, it was just like it was good, but the problem was it was kind of a bit of a ripoff. One slice of pizza was $5, and I could have got like a 10-inch pizza for like $15, and I had two pizzas for $10. Tell me what was the better deal. I don't know, but either way, look. First time being at a local pizza place. I barely go to local pizza places. I just go to a Little Caesars or whatever, right? And then at that point, you know, I finished eating pizza. I was telling the employees, like, you guys made some banging pizza. Like, honestly, this is some really good pizza, right? And it was good. And then I left, and then I finally talked to these guys again, and then all of a sudden we're on this pizza rant, right? And then I think this is probably the best time to talk about this. For the people who really want to know my the history of the Little Pizza Boy 64 username, why I came up with that, I'm gonna tell you right now. I told these guys, I told them already, but I'm going a little more detail about it. So here's the thing. When I originally came up with the username, it literally was always that username. Okay, I never used my real name. It was literally just that username every single time, all the way through, right? Okay, so when I was younger, my logic back then, the little stood for when I was little, like when because I was little, at the time. Pizza because pizza was my favorite food. Boy because I'm a boy. Oh, well, and then 64 for Nintendo 64. Nintendo 64, right? Nowadays, the little part of the name doesn't really make sense because I'm definitely not little anymore. I'm I have a beard now, so and a deep voice. So there you go on that. But I didn't switch it. I did also remember the little. While yes, it did represent me being little at the time. Think about this. My username is Little Pizza Boy 64. What's a pizza place that has little in the name? I'm gonna wait until someone in chat says it, okay? Because I actually want to get a water. Hang on, I'll be right back. I need a water. See, no one in chat said it, bro, so I can't say it yet, bro. You got. ¿Está bien 3 rollos? Aquí está 3. Okay, nobody said it. So the little nowadays is a reference to Little Caesars because Little Caesars is just goated like that. Honestly, it was like it was banging pizza, right? It was banging. It was banging. It was great. So that and then so Little Caesars is part of the little name, and then pizza because pizza like I said, pizza's goated, and I'm just gonna keep boy honestly. Christopher put should you change the name to Little Pizza Adult 64? I'm never changing that username. Okay, it is staying that way until I actually decide to retire the username. It's gonna stay that way regardless. Okay, so but yeah, I told these guys, and like by this point, I'm just on the call with these guys, and just like it was honestly a really great time, especially going back in the streetcar. But it was kind of awkward when there's a bunch of people staring at you in the streetcar, looking at you weirdly because you're laughing your ass off. So yeah, so yeah, now y'all know the origin of Little Pizza Boy 64. Little nowadays, little because of Little Caesars. Pizza because pizza is just goated like that, right? Boy because regardless, I'm a boy, so dude, whatever. And 64. By this, I don't really want to change the name. Like saying something to Little Pizza Adult 64 or Huge Pizza Man 69. Those don't sound right. Those don't sound right. And don't even fucking say 67. That meme is so fucking stupid. The 67, like, bro, that's so fucking stupid. Okay? But, there you go. That's the context of Little Pizza Boy 64. That's the context. Okay? Now y'all know. And if you don't know, I don't know, one of these days I'm probably going to do another intro style video for the channel because the old one, it was me being way too young and acting like a dumb thing, So, and then Blue Jay is eating Little Caesars, right? Blue Jay's eating Little Caesars right now, and it's funny because bro also say he eats pizza on Friday too. So yeah, there you go. Bro, what can I donate to buy you a better vintage PC? Domino's clears Little Caesars. Okay, hold on. Nah, bro, I can't get rid of that PC. That PC, I actually can't really quick. I can't get rid of that PC because my aunt is trying to figure out what's wrong. That PC can't be fixed up, honestly. Yeah, I'm trying to fix it up back there. I wanted to get it running again, but for the time being, it's just a set piece in the background. And no, there's no way in hell. There's no way in hell. Domino's clears Little Caesars. Domino's for me is in second place, honestly. I don't hate Domino's. And sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes Domino's is a little better than Little Caesars, but most of the time I just go for Little Caesars, honestly. Okay, so yeah, there you go with that. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, like I said, man, these guys, man, just like, it was fun. It's funny every single time I get on a phone call with these guys, like a voice call with these guys, because it's generally always just funny stuff that we do, So yeah, I'm gonna read this real quick. Okay, well, I already got shouted out before, so I don't qualify. Okay, so there's that. Okay, I just checked something. Okay. Oh god. Oh god. Damn it. Hold up. I'm just looking at stuff, bro. Just hmm. Hmm. So yeah. Anyways, I really don't know what I was gonna do tonight. I just wanted to be on the computer for a little bit, just talk, just be on stream because now this is a whole new thing. Streaming on Friday nights. I don't hate it. Even though most of the time I get the same crowd, and it's not bad getting the same crowd. I always like you guys just showing up on chat, and just do. But I really don't know. Just like, because I always keep on saying this every single stream that I do. Every single stream that I do, I just say that I'm gonna go on stream, and then I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, I may talk about something that happened, right? But honestly, that's pretty much it. I just talk about stuff that happened throughout the week. And like the last few times I've been doing it, it's really been like national stuff to talk about, and I'm trying to lean away from that because I don't want to. Because like it's hard to talk about stuff like that, especially because like we got so much crap going on, and it's really hard, especially because right now people have different opinions on different things and such and such. Like I just don't want to get involved with it. All right, I really don't. Even though I have my views, other people have their views, I just don't want to get involved. Okay, because you got people already talking about it, and stuff like that. So there you go. But I don't know anything that happened this week. Anything that happened this week? Roger, how's it going, man? Blame the ball for the 6-7, bro. Like I just don't. I remember that meme showing up, and I was just like, "What the does that even mean? What does that even mean?" And I literally searched it up because I was like, "Ugh, I'm gonna feel like an unk for doing that." But I searched it up, and what? It is so stupid. It is the most stupidest thing imaginable. I'm gonna pull it up real quick because it's such a stupid meme. Yeah, and I see much more stupider memes. But this was so stupid. This was such a stupid meme. Like, God. Show me the original clip. I don't want original video. LaMelo Ball. I don't care. It's such a stupid meme. I can't find the original video. I think it's probably for the best. Yeah, you know what? I'm just not gonna bother. But again, that meme was so stupid, and I remember just searching at it, looking at it. It's like, is this how we really came? This is how we really come to in the internet? Like, really? This is what we're doing now? I remember like so many better memes back then, bro. Nowadays, what? Like, just. It's so stupid, honestly. It was such a stupid meme. I don't know why it was trending, but the internet moves, man, and we just gotta accept that. Honestly, really, it's just like it's so stupid. I don't know. I hate that I had to bring that up. I don't know. Okay. Let me think of stuff that happened this week. Okay. All right. I literally just said. I'm not gonna try to get into that side of things, but it's already too late. We just okay. First big thing that happened. Bad Bunny is announced to do the halftime show. Honestly, here, like, okay, I'm gonna give my quick insight. You guys can do y'all insights about it. Here's my thing. I don't really care. Honestly, I really didn't care. Honestly. and this is coming from a Latino. Okay, this is coming from a Latino. In pure honesty, cool that he's doing it. You know, that's what's up. You know, and you know, I always keep on hoping, like, please don't let it be Taylor Swift. Please don't let Taylor Swift do the halftime show. I don't want her to do the halftime show. So thank you for that. Okay, one. People thought Adele was gonna do it. I was like, I don't think Adele would do the halftime show, honestly. And then they settled on Bad Bunny. And when they announced Bad Bunny, I was literally laughing. Not because like it's a bad thing or anything. It's just like I'm gonna get because literally the first thing that I did as soon as that announcement came, went to my Instagram stories and I posted. And I guess we're getting Screaming Latinas for the Super Bowl. Oh no! And just like that, we are getting Screaming Latinas for the Super Bowl. I'm not lying, by the way. I'm not lying, by the way. Just like I'm keeping it honest. Like, don't lie. You know what Bad Bunny does, honestly. You know what he does. Like, you know, in that level. You know, but like I said, I don't hate Bad Bunny. He's cool. Like, honestly, he's genuinely funny. I'm not gonna lie. Like honestly. But of course, because now we are in this this time where you know, people really can be out of pocket and say whatever the hell they want. You know, it's the same crap. It's that same stuff that people would say, you know, but you know, it's like really, y'all gonna have this? He didn't do it. Oh, why couldn't it be a country artist or this or you know, anybody but him and stuff like that? Like, dude, the ones that the argument that I hate the most, honestly, is like, he's not even a U.S. citizen. Dude is from Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory. Like, okay. And then every other argument, like, I don't really know. But like I said, I'm not trying to talk too much about it. But my point about it, my overall thought about it is, that's cool. You know, he's doing the halftime show. That's what's up. I just hope he speaks all pure Spanish just to, you know, annoy those people. I'm kidding. But I don't know. It would be very interesting to see how that's gonna go. You know, especially because you know, last year we had Kendrick Lamar. The year before we had Usher. Really, I know for a fact y'all forgot Usher did the halftime show. Then before that it was Rihanna. Before that it was Dr. Dre and Co. And then the year before that was The Weeknd. And then the year before that it was Shakira and Jennifer Lopez. Which, by the way, Bad Bunny did appear in that halftime show. Surprise Country Music hasn't had a halftime show. I think. Let's hold on. Since hold on. Since now that is a thing, we should let me check. Has there ever been a country focused halftime show? Because I think there was one. I feel really weird typing this. I feel like I really hope they don't view me as one of the racist people, honestly. Yes. Okay. Here we go. I know AI. It's not that great. I know, but just yes, there was a country-focused Super Bowl halftime show in 1994 for Super Bowl 28, titled "Rockin' Country Sunday," featuring Clint Black, Tanya Tucker, Travis Tritt, and the Judds. While country stars have performed the national anthem and some have had brief halftime appearances, such as Shania Twain in 2003 with other artists, it has been a long time since country music took center stage with an all-country lineup for the halftime performance. So, excuse me. So yeah, Super Bowl 28. That is Super Bowl 28, right? Yeah, Super Bowl 28. Rockin' Country Sunday, Quint Black. These really sound like the most stereotypical country artists you could have actually imagined. Like, these are this is such. I don't know. Rare instance all country lineup. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Carrie Underwood, Chris Stapleton, Faith Hill. I remember the Carrie Underwood one because she did the halftime show when the Saints win the Super Bowl. Yeah, of course I know that. Of course I do. Yeah. But anyways, and yes, still can't believe The Weeknd played House of Balloons halftime shows where everyone was happy. Dude, like, just like I can't, bro. Just like, you got life. I guess I was thinking when I saw that when I saw the comment, I was like, I'm pretty sure there was at some point. I'm pretty sure there was. But anyways, back to 2021. Like, The Weeknd did his halftime show, and this was honest truth, guys. Honest truth. This was before truly discovering my understanding of being a Weeknd fan. This was like before my true calling. That Weeknd halftime show was like, it was the Kickstarter of me starting to become a Weeknd fan. I knew some of the songs, but I wasn't ready for the OG songs, right? So that halftime show played. I like this. I like the halftime show. I like the Weeknd's halftime show. It's very underrated. I hate that it's underrated. You know, like it's extremely overlooked. But the point was that kick-started me being a Weeknd fan, and then Less Than Zero from Dawn FM dropped, and then all of a sudden I listened to his entire discography, and then ever since then, I've just been wishing that he could just come to New Orleans. Okay, that's all it's been now. So yeah, the first Super Bowl halftime show that I really wanted to watch was Super Bowl 53, but not for what you think. Super Bowl 53 was Maroon 5. Okay, the only reason that I wanted to watch it was just because they said SpongeBob was going to be in the halftime show, and they did that, but not in the way that people wanted it. It's okay. So, and this was pre being Saints fan. This is pre Saints fan. My dad asked me that same day, "What are you watching?" I said, "I'm watching the Super Bowl," and he literally looked at me with this like disappointed look and stuff like that. Because here's the thing, I didn't know this. Okay, this was before I really started to get invested in football. I never knew about the no call. I never knew about the no call. Right? I never knew about it. I watched that Super Bowl just for the halftime show. I didn't know who was playing. I didn't care because this was before I cared about watching football. I didn't know about the no call. I didn't know that the Saints were in the NFC Championship game and were like an actual chance to go to the Super Bowl. I did not know it. Okay? And trust me when I actually did find out, oh my God. That was not a fun moment. It really was not. But yeah. God, it's I don't like thinking about that. All right, I didn't like thinking about that, but there you go. That's what it was. I don't know why, but that's what it was. Okay, so yeah, and I mean, look with that halftime show, I did not care about Maroon 5 being there. Travis Scott was there without autotune, and I forgot who else was there. But I only cared about the Sweet Victory SpongeBob part, and they only did the trumpet bit, but it was playing God, I forgot the name of the song. I know what song it is. I really forgot the name of it. Oh my God, I forgot the name of the draft. I forgot the name of the song. Y'all should know what I'm talking about. If y'all watch that halftime show, y'all know what I'm talking about. I really forgot the name of this song. Yeah. I forgot the song. I forgot the name of the song. Sycamore. I really forgot the name of the song. And I listen to Astroworld every once in a while. Hey, bro. I feel bad. I feel a little bad. Okay. But anyways, though. And then the year after was Shakira and Jennifer Lopez. And look. Honestly, again, being a Latino, you watch that show because your parents knew about Shakira and Jennifer Lopez in their prime. All right? And I actually really loved it. It was a really great show to watch. It was fun times. And think about it. This was before the pandemic really hit. This was in 2020 before COVID. Like, think about that. We were at the pinnacle of fun. Only for it to be going away in a few weeks. And we didn't even know. Like, that's how insane to think about that. All right? God. And then the Holy Grail. I don't care what you say. Holy Grail was the Weeknd's halftime show. I hated that Super Bowl because the Saints were in the Super Bowl. Okay, I was rooting for the Chiefs to win before we started hating on the Chiefs. Okay, this was me rooting for the Chiefs because I didn't want Tampa Bay to win because I was in that process of like fuck the Bucks. Fuck Tom Brady. Of course you knew the outcome of that game, but but hey, the Weeknd pulled up, man, and like I said, it was before I truly understood him, listened to him, became a fan of him, but it was enough for me to be mesmerized. It was like, I like this guy. All right, and then the other Super Bowls, the Dr. Dre and company. Look at that point, I didn't listen to hip hop that much. Okay, so I didn't really care about that too much. Bro's gonna be in shambles when he finds about Super Bowl 51 was honestly the funniest thing I have learned about. Should we talk about that? We'll talk about that real quick because look, as a Saints fan, or the tuck rule. Because again, before the only time I really hated Tom Brady was when he joined the Bucks. When he joined the Bucks, that's when I hated Tom Brady. Because look, before then, I didn't care about Tom Brady. Okay, like greatest player of all time. That is true. That is true. I don't care what y'all say. Okay, Super Bowl 51 was honestly the most hilarious thing that could have possibly happened. Okay, the Atlanta Falcons decided to pull up 28-3, and then they pull out the biggest collapse imaginable, and the Patriots pull off the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history. So learning that as a Saints fan was probably the most hilarious thing I could have learned, especially not caring about football back then. Tuck rule game, was it a? I don't remember if it was a walk. No, it was a divisional game. It was a divisional game. I don't really remember the context of that one. All I knew was a rule that nobody heard of until that game, and the Patriots won that game. So yeah. Okay, Dr. Dre and company. I didn't really care about it all too much, but I liked it. And then Rihanna next year. Rihanna next year. I liked it, but she really did not do all of her hits. But I mean, what can you really do? There were some songs missing, that could have popped up for her halftime show, but I don't know. But that's besides the point. Usher, be honest, do you guys still remember the Usher halftime show? Do people still talk about that one? I feel like that really got overshadowed by literally the other halftime shows. Honestly, look, as honest as possible. Don't lie. Do y'all think that? Do y'all honestly think that? Does anybody remember the Usher halftime show? Honestly, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm really not trying to be mean, especially if you love Usher. Okay, I'm really not trying to be mean, but I'm being really honest. Like, do people really remember it nowadays? Honestly, because that instantly got overshadowed by the next halftime show, which was Kendrick Lamar. Coming post beef with Drake and everything else and such. It was a fun moment. It was a fun time. And now 2026, we're getting Bad Bunny for a Super Bowl halftime show, and I'll look forward to it. I remember telling my parents about it. It was like, no, they were just like, okay. Okay, look, my parents are old school, Hispanic music. Okay, they're old school when it comes to Hispanic music. So, yeah, so yeah, there you go. They're old school, so they don't really care about Bad Bunny all too much. But for me, I don't care about him either. But I do know some of his songs, so it's okay. And I don't really mind that he's doing the Super Bowl. So, excuse me. So yeah, there you go. I don't know why I got into that tangent about halftime shows, but there you go. There you go. Okay. I don't know. It went from talking about okay, so what have we talked about so far? We talked about an experience about my YouTube friends seeing me eat a pizza because it's funny like that because guess who's who, And we talked about halftime shows and how Bad Bunny is doing the halftime show now. Oh, and yes, I might as well say this. Yes, they do. They do. Well, my dad mainly does. I forced my mom to watch the halftime show, but I don't know. Not that old. Not that old. Not that old. Okay, not that old. I'll say probably early 2000s. I'll say early 2000s. Probably. I really don't know. Because my parents have generations of Hispanic music on them. But I really don't know. My mom's more on the religious side of Hispanic music. My dad, he just pulls out whatever. Just pulls whatever, so there you go. Crap, I forgot what I was going to talk about. Oh, yeah. Another thing that happened this week, since, this isn't solid, this isn't, to congratulate my girl best friend, because, I talked about her before, and I talked about this before. She's, the biggest Swiftie imaginable. Okay, she's the biggest Swiftie imaginable, okay? She's the only Swiftie that I know. but she's a Swiftie, okay? She's a Swiftie. She's told me multiple times. And you guys don't know what it's like. I don't know if you guys know how it feels to have a Swiftie for a best friend, but I'll just say she's not an over the top one. She's just a fan. Okay, she's just a fan, but she's not an over the top. Okay, she's not over the top. Okay, my point is though, it's just okay. So I really look. I'm gonna keep it honest. The original name I was originally gonna name this stream. Streaming to do anything but listen to Taylor Swift. Okay. But last minute I changed it to what we have now. Because it happened today. So, but I'm not. Who is my girl best friend? She's not somebody on YouTube, and I'm not gonna name drop her. All right, I'm not name dropping her because she is actually somebody that I know in my life, like in my actual life. So she doesn't have a YouTube, none of that. Okay, so I'm not saying all that. All right. But the point is, she's a big Swiftie, and this morning I congratulated her because I really don't know why. But literally why does the news have to tell me that Taylor Swift dropped an album? Like seriously. You do that for Taylor Swift, but you don't do that for literally any other artist. Why just Taylor Swift? Okay, look, I really don't want I really don't want the Swifties attacking me, but I'm keeping it really honest. Like, God, why do we treat her like a queen, like a fucking princess? Like, why do we treat her like a princess, like a queen? Like, I don't. Why do y'all put her at the high pedestal? I don't know why. I really don't know why, but it's just like that's the case. That's the case for Taylor. That's the case for Taylor. So I mean, she drops a new album today, right? I know I didn't listen to it. I'm not listening to it. I imagine my girl best friend listened to it. But the point that I'm trying to make is just like I don't care that she dropped a new album. I don't care. Okay, I really don't care. Okay, I think that's literally all I'm gonna say. I just don't care. Okay, I mean, it's just like I know people are excited. We're excited for it and stuff like that. Like, this is now we're now in this part of time where Travis and Taylor are engaged, and now everybody has to talk about Taylor Swift now, and so on and so on. So there you go. But I just didn't care at all. I just did not care. Okay, so yeah, there you go. Taylor Swift dropped the album, and I don't really care. Sings the same song. Mark. All right, we got our Mark appearance. There's your Mark appearance for today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, gentlemen. There's your Mark appearance. Give it up for Mark Reed. I don't think y'all are still in chat. Okay, hang on. I don't think y'all are still in chat. Okay, I don't really care. I don't really care. Okay, we have to do that. Just like but shout out Mark. Bro appears. Okay, there you go. Shout out to Mark. Okay, hang on. Oh my god, that's good. All right. I apologize. I'll talk while I'm looking at stuff. I can't do that. We don't do that. I know on Twitch you could do that. I don't think you could do that here. Okay, I don't think you could do that on here. Okay, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna ban a person. That's in the least of my intentions of what I do. That's the least thing. That is the most below thing you could possibly do to someone. Block somebody. I refuse to do that. I think that's probably why I don't stream on Twitch. I don't think I could even do that. Can I? Can I block a person? I could remove them. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not doing that. I ain't doing all that. All right. I ain't gonna do all that. All right. So, but yeah, there you go. So in conclusion, I really don't care about Taylor Swift. There, I said it. Now, if any Swiftie is watching this, which I highly doubt somebody's watching this. Yeah, that's just my conclusion. Like, if there's any Swiftie here, which I doubt there is, but if there's any Swiftie watching this video, I'm sorry I don't share the same appreciation for Taylor Swift that you do. Okay, I'm sorry about that, but yeah. I don't know why I have this kick over here. Okay, since right now, I mean, it's gonna be a quiet night. I'm just gonna do some things. I need to check some things. I'm gonna check some things. I know the guys are busy right now, so it's just like, we're just having random folks, pop up. What is going on? Oh, someone got added. Okay. Someone got added. Okay. Y'all, I'm pretty sure he already left. Calm down. I'm pretty sure he already left. He just pops up just to put. I missed Mr. Puzzle, and then it leaves. Mark, if you're still in chat, put something else. Write something. Just put something else. I don't know. I think Mark left. I think he just went to put in that lone comment. That lone comment, guys. I think you guys need to calm down. Okay. Damn it! Okay. Okay. All right. I'm not. Okay. Okay. We're just gonna move on. Okay. We're just gonna move on. I gotta remember my girl. Let's watch the stream. I'm gonna tell her, watch the stream. Get to the part where I talk about Taylor Swift. It's nothing mean, okay? I promise you, it's nothing mean. And it's probably the most meanest thing you could say up to a Swift. It's just saying I don't like Taylor Swift. That's probably the meanest thing you could possibly tell a Swiftie. And then you'll get doxxed for saying it. Okay. All right. I apologize to the Swifties again. I apologize to Swifties. I hope we could be allies at some point. I don't know. The day that Taylor Swift and The Weeknd drop a song together is the day that I'll be cool with y'all. Sure, I don't know. Alright, since nobody's in chat, but no way, since nobody, oh wait, no, there's still people there. Okay, concurrent, man, why are you showing me that, Dan? Okay. What? What? I'm on the wrong things, hold on. Open, reload. I want to see something. If it says 0, I'm gonna be very upset. 1, okay, you know what, 1 is better than 0. Okay, I think everybody's just like busy right now, so we'll do some quick. Actually, no, we're not reacting to anything today. I don't think we're reacting to anything today. If I find, why did I reload? I wanted to see. I saw something on my thing, and now I will never find it again. Well. Oh my god! Look, I don't care. I just don't care. Alright, well that's gone. Oh well. That's just gone. I promised you there was something that I was gonna watch that was gonna be really quick, but yeah. I definitely do not care about that, alright? I definitely do not care about that. Okay, what is this? This is a very short video that's only 1:13. Is this even worth a reaction? You think we're getting Princess Peach arc? Princess Peach arc. Is it just because of the references to Peach in Super Princess SMG3? Yeah, that's definitely it. I don't know. It would be very interesting. Why is this? Okay, why is this a quick thing? Okay, should we? I'm not. Okay, just because I'm not making this a quick. I'm not even making this a bonus reaction. This is even shorter than the regular reaction. Calm yourself. No, pause. Calm yourself. Alright. Let's make this a quick reaction, okay? Let's just make it a quick reaction. This is not gonna be. This probably could be classified as a YouTube short in pure honesty. Alright. Alright, just. Also, as a total sign out, isn't it coincidental that every single time I do a stream, I conveniently react to something from Nick Rick Games? Is that just me or what? I don't know. Oh god, just give me this quick short, man. Just like it's too extremely short. It is extremely short, but you know what? Give it a fair chance. I saw people in the. Oh my god.
We at Energy have a standard, so when any one of us comes over and asks us a favor like baking, we think we could handle it. I mean, we make animation videos for people.
Hey guys, I heard we were baking. Oh my!
It's literally just everybody that works for Nick, isn't it? It is.
This is so easy. I wonder why everyone's in a rush.
Yeah, we kind of fucked that one up.
That's it. Okay, that's it. That's literally it. Okay, see, like, there's no point in that, bro. It's just like, it's shorter than this one! I don't even think I could classify. I don't know. That was a bit of 21. I don't think that's even going to be its own video. I think this is just stuck on the stream. I'm sorry. Nick, I love your content, dude, but it's getting more and more shorter. I'm just not. I don't know. I don't know. I love the content. But, you know, I don't know. Bro, I don't care about her. I don't care about this life of a showgirl stuff. I don't care. I don't. Roger said, that's what everyone says, especially the overrated no. But I let SMG4 cook by his own and see what happens next. I don't know. Dude, literally his theory popped up on my feed. On my YouTube feed, okay? I'll expose my YouTube feed right there. There's the SMG4 thing. I really don't know what Wafi is gonna be. I really don't know what Wafi is gonna be. Okay? I really don't know what Wafi is gonna be, but I hope it's a banger. I really do hope it's a banging. I hope it overtops last year's. You know, honestly. Should I react to this theory video? Should I react to this theory video? I don't know. I never reacted to a theory. The only time that I reacted to a theory video was the is Mario dead theory that SMG4 did himself, which was just, you know, standard protocol for a reaction. And then the other time was a bonus reaction that I did when Zach did his first take for the MX7 kids thing, you know, whatever, from the Little Fellas episode. That's what we're talking about after. That's what we're gonna talk about after. Okay, we need to talk about that afterwards. Okay, but do y'all want me to react to this theory video? Okay, I want one more comment just to say that. If not, then I'm gonna move on to I'm gonna move on to that whole thing because I've recently been thinking about that again. Okay, the Baltimore Ravens are cooked. Okay. I want one more comment. If we don't get one more comment in the next minute, we're just gonna move on to that thing that I was thinking about with Zach, my good friend SCH4. I want one more comment. If there's one more comment, we're just gonna move on. Okay. All right. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're moving on. All right, we're just gonna move on. All right. Oh, what? Are you sure that guy made a video which says SMG4 is insulting and he would die? What are we on about, bro? What are we on about? What are we on about? I can't, bro. What are we on about? Honestly, what are we on about? Does that qualify as me forcing myself to react to that theory video? I'm just saying no. It's not. We're just gonna move on to the next topic. Okay, because this is gonna be the next topic. Okay, because recently, a couple days ago on Monday, because look, on Monday I didn't react to it. I watched this as its own little thing. If you guys saw my my community posts, y'all saw me referencing a video, and it goes by, and I literally titled, like I said, tagged. I literally tagged because if I get tagged in a video and it's something that's not whatever the hell that time was with LT, and if it's not a reaction video, most of the time it would be because I appeared in it, or I'm a point of reference, or somebody wanted me to watch it, you know, or it was just a recommendation to my channel. So I tagged and I said, "Home folks, may I recommend an absolute banger video that has the pizza seal of approval. Highly recommend giving it a watch, especially if you remember the MX7 versus Twitter videos I made. No, those vids are not referenced, but the point is still there." So yeah, so if y'all don't remember this video, it is this video right here, MX7 versus the internet, which is pretty similar to watching that video for the time that I did. There was it brought me back to. If you're familiar with positive, it took me back to when I did the MX7 versus Twitter videos. The one that I did the first time from the Headhunter case, or the Headhunter boy case, and then the second time was because of what happened with the Little Fellas. And learning more now from that video, it's more frustrating. It really is more frustrating to know about this, because this wasn't cool. It was not okay. This was really not okay. I hated that I learned about this. Honestly, I really did. I hated that I learned about this. Because look, I knew Zach was getting hate. Because I literally told him that day. I literally told him, he texted me, he DM'd me at one point. And I told him, I should be the one asking you if you're okay. You know, And because a few days after that text, I started like, I didn't know about this, and I really wish I did. I didn't fully knew about this, but I really wish I did. I kind of knew, but I mean, I referenced it in the video. They were threatening They were threatening Zach. They were threatening Zach. They were threatening to dox him, to kill him or whatever. I don't know. That negative shit. They were literally threatening him just because of that theory video. This is how I learned about him going through, like, having a mental crisis, mental breakdown, and all this other crap. And then it instantly pissed me off learning that. Like, it actually fucking pissed me off. Because there is no way in hell. There is no way in hell you think about doing something like that. There is no way in hell. Just because one person stated their opinion. Okay? That is not good. That is not okay. Honestly, it is not okay. It is not. It was not okay, and I hated that happened. Okay? So I watched this video. I watched the video early on, and like I said, I got tagged in the video. You know, I got tagged. You know, I was like, you know, thank you. By the way, Arsenal. Shout out for the tag. Thank you for tagging me. Because like he did talk about this video, and I was like, I'm gonna watch it. I was telling him I was gonna watch it, and I was just gonna give instant like 100% agree, like 100% agree. And I was right. I agree with literally everything that he said. Literally everything that he said in this video, I agree with. I literally commented. Comes a phenomenal video right here. It still baffles me on how people can behave over a damn ship. Yes, I understand. Yes, I understand that you don't like it, but if it's to the point where you're threatening people over it, it's absolute ridiculousness. And thank you for giving the bare bones facts that I wish the haters would just learn and get to understand. From an MXM shipper, awesome job. And a PS, thanks for tagging me. You're not the only one with mine collapsing every day. Well, no. You tell it to my college life, honestly. But look, the point that I'm trying to make, the point that I get from this video is honestly just like, everything that he states is true. Everything that Arsenal states is true. There was, look, I'm trying to be critical about it, thinking about this. There were some points that I feel like, you know, maybe not the best thing to talk about, but they're still valid points. Okay. I'm not gonna watch the video again because, I mean, you know, we'll go through and just...
If you are familiar with my channel, you most likely know what SMG4 is at this point. I mentioned it a lot in my community posts, and I've even made multiple videos on it, which is where I kindly ask you to not watch my older videos on SMG4 since they are absolute dog shit.
Is that a threat? Is that a challenge?
That got me thinking. He could. Another thing that you might be familiar with on this channel is that the SMG4 fandom isn't exactly the best at expressing their opinions.
Which
Either
is
it's
true.
a video that caused the creators to not listen to criticism for nearly 2 years, or it's basically every single post on the r/SMG4 Reddit page.
Yeah.
If you're curious, please don't go on that subreddit. Save your sanity.
It's a bit too late for that, honestly. I already saw it myself. Just I follow it. You know, I'm lucky that I don't see the insane parts. Maybe because I don't pay attention to the insane parts. Anyways.
Anyway, you might be asking what any of this has to do with this video. Well, one of the things that SMG4 fans argue the most on is with shipping. Yes, SMG4 is part of that as well, unfortunately.
Yep.
Listen, SMG4 is not the only show to have shipping wars. Basically, every single show is going to have an argument about a ship. It doesn't even matter if the ship is good. People will still find ways to argue against it. Now,
Yeah.
SMG4 has a lot of ships, but if I
Yeah.
went through all of them, this video would be 5 hours long. So I'm going to talk about what is probably the most famous ship, and honestly, the one that the internet, especially the SMG4 community...
Okay, look, hold on. Let me pause for a moment. Okay,
the one that the internet, especially the...
Look. Look, I know who this person is. I think it's another reactor. Like, I think it's another reactor, you know, but I don't care. I don't care. Just like,
SMG4 community
Look, this
misunderstands
is that's my point about
the most.
You know, wait, I'm not going to this whole video. I'm gonna get frustrated watching this video because look, honest talk. All I'm gonna say this. Look, all I'm gonna say about this is just like he points valid points. Arsenal makes valid points. Okay, the most valid points. I agree with literally everything that he said. Okay, and then like I understood, and then at that point it's just like, why do we go through this point, man? Just like because look. I think back to when I did the MXM versus Twitter videos. I remember doing those. Okay, you saw the first video. You're doing the second one. I'm still planning on making the third one. And like I said, when there's another argument that happens, I'll jump to it. That'll be part 3. You know, cinematic masterpiece that will be dropping. You know, I think back to those first 2 times, and I just remember literally just understanding, just like seeing, just like how crappy the SMG4 community is most of the time. It's so crappy. It's just. You know, honestly, just like it's so crap. It's not. It gets frustrating because most of the time, because look, when it came, the things that I learned from making those 2 videos and seeing videos like that as an example, it's never gonna end. Okay, it don't matter what happens with the show itself. It's never gonna end. Okay, this hate is never gonna end, whatever the case may be. Even if they make it work, people are still gonna hate it. 1, 2. They keep on using the same excuses, you know, about, you know, and like I said, again, Arsenal, valid points, throws in valid points, drop everything, literally everything that you said. I would say that in the in those videos, in the MXM versus Twitter videos, and then oh my god, okay, I'm starting to get pissed off. Okay, I'm starting to get frustrated. Maybe I should stop talking about this because I get frustrated talking about that. You know. Facts. Honestly, but just okay. I'm gonna stop talking about it because this is actually starting to piss me off. But there you go. My point overall is just like they gotta stop with the saying shit. Like I'm happy that right now they're not doing anything. Right now, what happened? Oh, I'm happy that they're not doing anything right now. Honestly, they're not doing anything right now. Like I'm happy there's nothing extreme going on. Okay, but people still do that, and you know it's just like I just don't, you know, I just don't. All right, so yeah, it's not fun having to talk about that, you know, because it's that continuous hate, you know. It sucks. It sucks, you know. I like it sucks talking about that because of knowing what that leads to. Okay, from what I understand, this is my understanding from right now. Nobody has threatened me or said anything negative about me since I uploaded those 2 videos. Nobody has said anything negative. Okay, and I'm happy for that. I really am happy for that. But it's weird. It's weird for me knowing that I have those videos uploaded, but nobody said anything. Nobody's done anything. The only thing negative about it was somebody disliked the video. That's it. But I'm not trying to get that crowd to watch that video, okay? Because even if they watch that video, they're just gonna give me the same BS that I'm literally talking to them about, okay? You know, the point is, there really isn't anything to do about it. You know, it just exists. It's just there, okay? It's unfortunately there. You know, unfortunately, you have to deal with it. You know, because look. People have right to say whatever they want, but even if it's really, really stupid, and you know that's the life that we live, and you know, there you go. Oh, excuse me. Okay, I'm gonna close out in a few minutes. Who's typing out? Honestly, I really don't like the fact that it's October already. You know, I really don't like that it's October. Time's going too fast. Okay. But look, honestly, I don't really care about Halloween. I really don't. Even when I was young, I just did not care about Halloween. It was just another day that existed. Honestly, for me, it was just another day that existed. Honestly. Okay, final few minutes. I do want to see something real quick. I normally would save, you know, the final few minutes for something big, but honestly, there really isn't anything. Yeah, I got nothing else. All right, I think I'm gonna wrap it up. All right, I think I'm gonna wrap it up. Yeah. I'm gonna wrap it up. Alright, yeah, that's gonna be it. I think that's gonna be it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the stream. Pretty much, I really don't know what I'm gonna do anymore. I'm done for the night. There's really nothing else that I feel like talking about because literally I'm just starting to get pissed off again. I'm starting to get pissed off thinking about, So, yeah. I think the first half was a lot better than the second half of the stream. In talking pure honesty, in my mind, maybe because I was actually positive, but the second half I got pissed off. All right, everybody left, so I'm gonna call it. Thank you guys so much for watching the stream. Like, comment, subscribe, all the socials, join everything. And it's just, it's just like that's all I got for you. I agreed. Halloween is just another day that exists. Yeah, honestly, for me, Halloween is just a day that exists. When I was younger, we didn't bother with Halloween at all. Honestly. So yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the stream. Like, comment, subscribe, all the socials, join everything. And I will tomorrow. Y'all know what's gonna happen. SMG4 reaction tomorrow. We got Try Not to Laugh coming tomorrow as well. Gonna be looking forward to all that. I hope the views go back up. I really don't know what happened this week. This week has just been very disappointing views wise. I really don't know what happened. So yeah. Anyways, I think I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you guys for watching, and that will be the end of the stream. I have a theory of whether the mind group comes back and takes some whoops. We'll see. Anyways, that's the stream. Good night. Go to bed. Go or whatever. I don't know. Just leave. Just the stream's over. That's it. The stream's over.